Hey everybody, Martha Krejci here. We are going to talk today about how to grow your Young Living business while social distancing, okay? If this is your very first time here, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also click the bell so you get notified whenever more videos come on. At least one video will come on per day, okay? So you'll have stuff to watch, I promise. So today, we're talking about how to grow your Young Living business while social distancing. Okay. This is actually how I've been growing my business the entire honking time anyway. This is like, it's literally business as usual for me right now. Everybody's like, well, how are you doing? You know, like I see other business owner friends of mine and stuff like that. How are things going for you? I almost feel a little sheepish in saying like, things are the same. I don't know. Things are the same, right? So let me tell you a little more about what I do on a day-to-day basis. There's two things that we're going to focus on today. Both of these are going to be team growth activities, okay? So I talk a lot about signing new people up. I talk a lot about setting expectations. I talk a lot about that entire sign up process, right? Today we're going to talk more about like what happens in your team, what happens when they're signed up, because you guys, whenever they're signed up, that getting the kit and signing up is just the first step. Okay. If there are no steps after that, a business you do not have. Okay. You just had a sign up. Okay. So, the first thing that I want to talk about, again, there's two things. The first thing is finding out, if you do not know yet, you do need to find out why your members signed up in the first place. Okay, so why does that matter? First, it matters because you care about them, okay? But second, it matters because that's how you're going to be able to help position different solutions for them if they're needed, right? So if you find out that someone bought an oil kit because they, I don't know, wanted their house to smell better or whatever, what you're able to do at that point is you're going to be able to then go back and have that consultative conversation that's in Go for Gold. The link is in the description of the video if you want it. You have a consultative conversation, okay? You find out what their needs are. I have a perfect conversation that walks you right the heck through it, okay? And then it leads to sign up. So you go through that conversation because they're already signed up. Obviously, it's not leading to that. But what it leads to in this case, you guys, is service. So once you go through that conversation with them, now they're not just a member on your team. Now there's somebody that you've got data on that you can put in the notes section of your CRM, whatever CRM you use. You put in the notes section of your CRM, here's what their goals are. Here's what their dreams are. Here's why they signed up, okay? So now if you get to a place where maybe they haven't ordered for 4 months, you can go back and say, hey, I remember that you signed up for X, Y, and Z of a reason. Is Young Living helping with that for you? Are you actually getting the solution that you were looking for? Well, if they're not, then we need to be able to bob and weave, right? And we need to be able to present other options, okay? Because we do not diagnose people. We do not, we're not doctors. We just present other potential solutions to them. All of our bodies are different, you guys. We're never going to get it right 100% of the time and say, this is going to work for you, I'm sure of it. And we shouldn't be saying that anyway. Again, with social responsibility, we need to be responsible with our language as well, okay? So yeah, that is one of the big things. So you guys, in this time that you're at home, what I would be doing, this is what I actually do. I divide my personally enrolled people up by 30. Okay. And I also add into that list any orphans that are in there or anybody that's leadership, anybody that is underserved by their existing leadership. So if you have leaders that quit or that have other things going on or whatever's going on and they can't take care of their team the way that you think they should be taken care of, you need to go ahead and add those people into your list, divide that number by 30, reach out to that many people per day. And if you're hearing me say this right now and thinking like, I don't want to reach out to that many people a day, I love you so much. You really need to rethink what you're doing here. Okay. Because this is all about service to others. If you don't want to reach out to your people that are on your team, what are we doing? what are we actually doing here? Okay. Like I'm getting quiet because it's serious. Okay. This isn't like my loud, boisterous, whatever. It's serious. That's serious stuff. We should, if you're making money off of this team, you should feel okay with communicating with that team. And regardless, I mean, even if you're not making money off the team, you should be in service to them, okay? Because until you're actually in service to them, your team is not going to actually build out. It may explode and implode and explode and implode and sort of go through these cycles of this ebb and flow, right? But it will not just grow until you get to a point of true service to them, because then they're going to stick around. Okay. And when they stick around, then they grab friends and they stick around, and they grab friends, they stick around, they grab friends, they stick around. And that's how it goes. Okay. But that only comes from top down culture. Okay. You as the leader create that culture in your team. Okay. So the second thing is ask for some awesome stories. This is where I would do this in your member group. Ask for some awesome transformational stories. Like, what has been happening to you lately that has been so awesome, right? Sorry, apparently we're just sitting at a coffee shop right now and I'm just going to drink my coffee in front of me. Sorry, but I need my coffee. So we reach out in our member group, just do a post and ask them for some awesome transformational stories. What is your favorite product? What did it do for you? Make sure that it's compliant, okay? But after you have those stories, then what you can do, and again, this is from the comfort of your own couch, okay? Then what you can do is you can push them in the pool, all right? So here's the thing. I call it push them in the pool, and it sounds a little bit violent, and it's not at all, and people enjoy it very much, okay? So what it actually is you take the story that they gave to you, and then what you do is you tell that story on your own personal page, and then you tag them in it, so it also shows up on their page, okay? So a couple of things that this does. It raises awareness of what you're doing to help other people on your own personal page, okay? So that's one thing. A second thing that it does is that it raises awareness on their page about what they're going through. They do not need to write it. What I see a lot of leaders do is, hey, tell me an awesome story, and then like, cool, now go write that story on your wall. Somebody who does not do social media or is not a writer or doesn't feel comfortable doing that isn't going to do that. They're not going to go against that aligned behavior that they're used to doing, okay? They're not going to do that. So when we do it and we tag them in it, essentially it puts it on their wall as well. Now, here's another thing that it does, is their people are going to get very interested in that solution or what happened to them, right? That transformation that happened to them. And they will feel more comfortable in asking the person about what they did in order to get that transformation if you wrote it and tagged them in it, because that friend is not telling their own story on their own wall and it looks like it could be sideways salesy. Then their friend would be like, oh, I don't know, and then they'd sort of just probably sit it out and wait, and some people will anyway. That's the numbers game. But there are a lot of people that are going to be like, hey, what? And they'll probably, instead of even saying anything on the post, they'll probably just bypass that and message your friend. Here's what happens next. Your friend then starts a messenger group, okay, between you, them, and the new person that had a question, the friend that had a question, okay? Here's what that's going to do. Feel free to rewind this video if I'm going too fast for you. Here's what that's going to do. You're going to go through the conversation cheat sheet, right, from Gold for Gold. You're going to go through that sheet, and you're going to ask this person questions. You're going to go through a consultation and everything. It's going to look easy peasy lemon squeezy, because it is. Your member is going to see you doing that easy peasy lemon squeezy. And so they'll get a little bit like the gears running, like, that doesn't look hard. And then later on, you'll talk to them and you'll be like, I don't know, I was just going by this thing. And then you send it to them. And then the friend that asked questions, if they sign up, that's awesome. if they don't, then they go into, the Go for Gold system. And if they sign up, what you do at that point, my suggestion of what you do at that point, you run your own business. This is what I do with mine, okay? What I do at that point is I move that person, I sign them up and I move them enroller and sponsor to someone, or to the person that was in Messenger, okay? So if they sign up through a little group chat with me and them, I am giving my member that win, okay? I'm letting my member get everything. They get everything from it, okay? So that member is gonna get a check, okay? That member gets a check, and now all of a sudden the game has changed. Because they saw how easy this was. They saw that was just a post. They didn't really even have to do much. And then they got a check. Okay, well, once they start asking questions, then you can say, all right, let me just plug you into this. We have a system. There's a way that we do this, and it's very do this, do that, do this, do that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, okay? It's not like easy to become a millionaire. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the do this, do that, do this, do that, the actual events that happen, simple, you guys. Anyone can do it. You just have to do it. So once your member sees that, then all of a sudden they've got an entire circle opened up, right? Because that's how network marketing works, right? I am not going to build to Royal Crown Diamond with only my signups. Okay. If I did, I would have to be like 1,000 years old, probably. Okay. We build because what we do is we get builders to come alongside us. Now, there are different reasons that builders sign up. I'm not going to go too far into this. This is a whole different talk. But there's different reasons that people sign up. And one reason is for product and one reason is for opportunity. The people that sign up for product are not necessarily ready for opportunity or to even have that talk. That could actually scare a product person away. The other way to sign up is through opportunity. Now, both of them will end up loving the products, okay? We know that because we know our company and we know our products and we love all of it, right? So, but the opportunity people will definitely come over to product, and the product people will, if you do this sort of thing, more easily move over into opportunity because the barrier to entry is so low. Does that make sense? If you're making them do their own posts and them do all sorts of stuff right off the bat for their first wins, the barrier to entry is now this high and it's a privacy fence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really even climb that easily, all right? But whenever you're helping them and you're showing them, how many people learn better by being shown? I think that's most people. You're showing them how you're doing it. The barrier to entry is like a speed bump, you guys. And then they can be like, oh, okay, I can mosey on over here. And then, of course, you're always available. So this is how you grow your team out from your couch. This is not having to go and leave the house at all. You guys, I've built my entire team from my home, working 2 hours a day or less, okay? That's the truth of the matter. And I continue to grow using those methods, okay? This is exactly what I'm doing. These are some of the things that I do every day. If you want to know a full-on checklist of what I do every single day, then what you're looking for is called Silver Made Simple. The link is in the description of the video below if you want to look it up. Don't have to by any means. I think that's all I have for you. It is. So that is how you grow your Young Living business while social distancing. See you guys later. Bye-bye.